Buenos dias, everybody. How is everybody doing? It is awesome to be back here. Welcome to the Gospel of Two Wheels, where the coffee's hot, the bikes are fast, and your comments are thankfully ridiculous. Oh, it's good to see you guys all here. Who we got here? We got Steve and Becky Peterson, Chris Nelson. Yeah, we'll try to make Ruth famous. That's really hard. Travis Brock, what's going on? Yeah, I'm here. It was a little late there trying to upload the last video. Tiger Erickson, what's happening? Punk Rock Club is back. Dave Brayman. Let's see. Morning, everybody. Bruce Kennedy. Sawyer Llewellyn. Highland Homies. Thanks, Morgan, for the heads up on the Easy Clutch Labor Day sale. Yes! Stoked you got one, dude. I love that thing. Who's Islander? Get to work, man. Coffee is perking. I was not actually, Sandy, taking a dump. I just finished a video on that right there. That wolf pack. That is the pack vest that I wear. Excuse me, I am still coughing up dust from this weekend. Yeah, that's the newest iteration of the wolf pack vest, and I just shot a video last night of it. I also shot a video of the Tusk Traverse panniers, and I'm really excited about that. It's going to be awesome. Scott Copeland, what's happening? There's my mom. Everybody say hi to Suzanne Spradling. That's my mama bear. Trapping all the heat here. Ugh. Thank you for keeping the heat down there. There, Dustin's also there. It's actually getting really nice here. It's in the 50s in the morning. So good. 5280 James. Charles Ackley. Roger Hurd. Good morning. Sean Daigle. Good morning. Guys, biggest news of the day is that the Death March is this weekend. If you ever had a mind to suffer for a really, really long time in the mountains of Colorado, join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. The pin is up on Facebook. I'm not going to put it in here to where we're camping. We're camping there tomorrow night. Dan Teets, what's up, man? Yeah, dude, the coughing. Absolutely out of hand. I know, Roger, I cannot win races when I'm on the ground. That is so true. Oh, gosh, the whole thing, it all started with that first crash, and that was just a momentary lapse of concentration, honestly. So, obviously, great start, whole shot, felt really good. Buddy Jay passed me on his 450 because he's on a 450. It's just pinned. And whatever, he went by me. I was like, yeah, go ahead. And we came up over this rise, and I look at this like alternate line, which isn't an alternate line. I don't know why I even looked over there. I've been on the track 3 laps already, but I kind of like looked over there and was like, I wonder if I should take that. Oh, shit. And like hit this big G out that I wasn't ready for. And if you watch the crash, the first crash of my race, the big race, I bounce. You can see my front end do this and land, and that dust was so soft. Anyway, so it was a thing. Fortunately, I didn't get hurt, but that really ruined the rest of the race because not only did it rattle my cage, and I crashed immediately after that because I think I probably hit my head a little bit. Like I crashed right after it, get up, and I'm dead last in my class, and that was it, dude. With that dust, unless you are just a crazy person, there's no way to catch up. Krusty One, what's happening? A dude named Eric, what is up? What is up? It was so loose. Thank you. Come on, cool. You're welcome for the work. I thought you got bumped on the first crash. Yeah, dude. Joe, I hit the ground really hard. It was, even if I, like my head, I didn't lose any consciousness or anything like that. I don't think I had a concussion, but like it rattled me. It rung my bell, and it like, you know, once, I don't know. For me, when I do that, I'm kind of done. Like, obviously I raced. I didn't quit. I kept going. And I recommend that to people. Don't quit. Never give up. But dude, there's no way after that. So a ton of you guys are watching. We got a bunch of guys watching, but only 16 thumbs up. So if you're watching right now, whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube, back out of the chat, slap that thumbs up, and then come back in. Let's see. Joshua Saucier. That's a cool last name. I've been riding with a friend of yours in Florida, Ryan Patterson. Oh, yeah, Ryan. Yeah, he moved down there, which is crazy. Anyway, I'm glad he turned me on to you because I'm riding 23 XC. Right on, dude. I'm glad that's helped a lot. Sweet. Right on. Ryan's awesome. Zach Farcash, what's going on? Roger Hurd. So yes, but that was not the new helmet I was wearing. I was wearing my older Fly, not the same year, but just not the fancy Bluetooth one, Fly helmet, and it's excuse me, it's because I have a camera mount. I don't have a camera mount on the new one. So anyway, that's what happened there. Tom Bean, what's going on? Yeah, Bruce Kennedy, the dust is turning into mud in my lungs. It's Broads, what's up, man? It's good seeing you this weekend. I'm sorry that you crashed and did not get a chance to race. I hope you're feeling better. Matthew Coolidge, yeah, dude. I'm glad you caught another one. So, guys, this is the Gospel Two Wheels. If you're new here, you haven't watched one of these things, if you're watching live, ask questions. That's what this is all about. It's about me answering questions, talking about different things, all that good stuff. So, yeah. Oh, also, guys, I did, if you're watching, I'm gonna do a little bit of interneting here while we're talking. I found a way for you guys to highlight or bookmark a page that will, let's see. If you bookmark this page on in your browser, you can then, Bryce Davis, what's happening? So if you bookmark a page for using our Rocky Mountain link, this is the page. It's just highlandcycles.com. If you bookmark that and then you click on it, you'll go to it's a Rocky Mountain affiliate thing. Anyway, and you click on that picture, that clicks our link. So you don't have to go into a video and then click on it. So that really does help us out a lot, guys. Travis, thank you so much for getting me into the system. I honestly, guys, I've been digging deeper and deeper into Rocky Mountain ATV, and I love the company. They are awesome. They're employee owned. They're not, some public company or whatever. It's super rad. They do a ton to help the sport, guys. First of all, if you can buy locally, please buy locally. Buy locally from your brick and mortar store. Buy from your friends. Buy from the people you ride with, right? Please do that first. But if they don't have it, they can't get it, or you're in a hurry, or you don't like the guys in your hometown, use the Rocky Mountain link. It helps us. It helps you. It's awesome. You get all your free cash to buy. It's awesome. Let's see. Who are we riding with at the 1,000? Roger Hurd. It's going to be Travis and a whole bunch of TBT guys. So I don't really know all of them. Let's see. How will you deal with Zachy Poo being absent so long? Going to be working nights. Bruce Kennedy, yes. I already work nights, and I will be working more nights. I also have my good buddy Richie Cologne is going to come in and do some work, and he might end up being an actual full-time employee because he's awesome, and I could use 2 mechanics, and so yeah, that's the goal. Let's see. Just hoping my new tire shows up so I don't have to ride the Death March on my old one. Yes, Bryce, you better hope. Shows up soon because you don't have much time left. On average, how much would a 96 YZ250 rear shock cost to rebuild? To pay a shop, to pay us, it's going to be about probably about $180. The parts, labor, oil, seals, bushings, all that good stuff. If nothing else is wrong, to do it yourself, it's going to be like $30 or $40. So if you know how to do it, do it. Watch one of my videos. 96 is it's just an old KYB, so super simple. Broads, hey Morgan, you may have a few things coming your way in the next few days. Oh, awesome. Well, I'm excited about that. I don't know what those things are. It's awesome. Sick. Right on, Travis Brock. I'm excited that that's working. Sweet. What's your opinion on the chain slack on the 23 350XE? I'm personally running about because it seems like the manual's wrong. Joshua, I think you're right. I think the manual is wrong. I think your number is correct. The manual, I don't know why it did that. It's got a way different linkage on the new one, and I'm wondering if they didn't account for that in the manual. The manual, whatever. KTM's electronics haven't been the best. Like their website, had the wrong number of gears in that bike, and anyway. So yeah, I think you're right. And the other, so here, let me touch on chain slack because that's a good one, right? the deal with chain slack is you want enough slack that no matter where that wheel is in its pivot around the motor, that there's always a little bit of slack, right? And it gains more as it moves out away from the thing, comes up. And so, and that's because of the linkage, just the way the linkage works. So, so the best, like if you really want to like know for sure, like you want to like engineeringly, that's a word I think, figure out exactly what you want that to be, then take the shock off of the bike, put it on a stand, and set your chain, and then move the wheel up and down, and make sure it never binds up. Also, make sure it never gets too loose, and there you go. I like to run. I run mine a little looser than tighter because I keep my chain and sprockets in good enough shape that they're not going to come off if it's a fuzz loose. And I'd rather have it be loose and tight because if you get tight, you bind on the transmission and you can break a chain pretty easily. So OEM stuff I get from local dealers, certain aftermarket stuff I get from our ATV. Right on, Tiger. That's awesome. And like I said, support your local shop, please, first. I'm that local shop, right? Like, support us first. And then if you can't, go to Rocky Mountain. UPS lost my front wheel somehow, so I'm in the middle of figuring this out. Dang, that sucks. I've been using Rocky Mountain for years. Sweet. That's awesome, Zach. New mechanic needs to fight Zach in the cage match. Dude named Eric. Zach doesn't want any part. Dude, Richie is one burly dude. Like, even if Zach was scrappier, I think he could hit Richie in the face 1,000 times, and I don't know if he'd even notice. Curtis Facer, I wanted to know if you have the Tux fan specifically for your 23. So, Curtis, I don't think they have a specific one for the 23 yet. Maybe they do. Travis, maybe you could chime in. But what I did was I bought the one for the 22, which I believe is probably the universal one. But I bought it for the 22 XC. It's got the sensor that goes in the radiator that's just little plugs into the fins, and then the controller, and it goes right to the battery. So anyway, super simple. Wes Dietz, what's happening, dude? Good to see you here. There you go. Bruce Kennedy. Yeah, RMA TV. The shipping's amazing. So what's up? Looking forward to working with you this fall. The suspension, the 501. Seth, we are going to make that thing sexy. Super Pump, get updated suspension back on Monday. Gave the air fork a fair shake, but I'm done with it. Big Chuck, good choice. I got along okay with the air fork. If I wasn't a suspension shop and I didn't have any money, I could deal with it. But Crash Heart Slavens is local to me. I buy a lot of stuff there, but I do love Rocky Mountain, and that's awesome. As much as I like to give Jeff a hard time, he's a guy working, trying to make money also. So I highly recommend supporting him if you're local and you like to be around a grumpy man. Although I don't know if Jeff's even there much anymore, because I think he's selling or sold the thing to Alec, from what I understand. Maybe someone can confirm that. I don't want to start rumors. That's not the goal here at all. I had heard that from lots of different things, and I think that'd be awesome for Alec, because Alec Moorfield at Slavens Racing is a rad guy. He's been really good to me, and the whole Slavens and me thing is really more for fun. I like to give the guy a hard time. I hope that he takes it well. Sometimes I think he doesn't, but I don't know. I haven't done it in a while, but I might be going back on that train here pretty soon. We'll see. Just because it's a lot of fun. What else you guys want to talk about? There we go. Chain slack is relative to swing arm arc, moving around the swing regardless of linkage type. Right. So, but John doesn't. I don't know. And correct me if I'm wrong. The position of the front sprocket makes a big difference too, right? Because it's not at the pivot point, right, where the swing arm pivots. So if it's up or down, and that's where the linkage can change that, because with a linkage shot, I guess it would still pivot the same, right? But they run less. So here, John, because I'm with you. This is a good question. Why do they suggest more slack on a PDS bike than they do on a linkage bike? I would love to know that. Maybe it's the position of the sprocket in the frame more than the PDS. Because, anyway, you know what I'm talking about? Bruce Kennedy, I love it. Where's the Baja race this fall? When is the Baja race this fall? Excuse me. The race starts the 16th of November, and we are racing from La Paz to Ensenada. That is backwards. Like from ever. It's never gone south to north. It's always gone north to south. So it's a big deal. I'm super excited to be a part of it. It's going to be rad. And huge thank you to the people who have stepped up. I'm obviously still accepting donations to help out with that because it's crazy expensive. But Weeby Racing has recently stepped up. Dan Teets Real Estate has stepped up. Rocky Mountain ATV, Wolf Enduro, Nitro Moose, New Tech, Jeff Douglas and New Tech Nitro Moose. So it's been huge. Been huge. Position of the sprocket in the frame counter shot. Yeah. Because if it were somehow closer to the pivot point, it would never change, right? But it's up here and anyway. Let's see. Yeah, Travis, let's talk about all the people who said they were coming to the Death March and are bailing out. Let's talk about that. That is it's a common theme, Travis. Travis brought that up because he is doing that. Not because he's afraid, but because he's got work to do. He's got to go represent Rocky Mountain on his dirt bike, which is an awesome way to work. That's a common thing. A lot of people quit before it starts. See, how do you go about starting? How did I go about starting Highland Cycles? There we go. Or any local shops in my town? I would love to fill that void. Common. So I have a whole video on that. I won't go deep into it here because it's a long story. But basically, I decided I want to do it. So you go way back. I decided I want to do it. I went back to school to MMI, graduated top of my class, came back, got 2 different jobs, 2 different shops in Gunnison so I could learn the real part of the, work. And then I went to the bank and I asked for a whole bunch of money. They gave it to me. And I opened this shop 16 years ago. So it's one of those deals like I don't necessarily recommend people do it the way I did it, but it has worked out for me. How'd you go about starting? So yeah, I say like comment if you want to email me morgan@highland-cycles.com. I could give you some better advice than that because it's not the best. Let's see. Bruce Kennedy. Didn't ATK make a setup with an intermediate countershaft type sprocket on the swing arm pivot? Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I think that I've seen that with other stuff, but I don't know if ATK did it, but maybe someone else. So, Mike Ray, don't worry about it, man. You'll be buying from them again. He said, I literally just dropped $600 with Rocky Mountain last night. So no problem, man. Again, this is all such a bonus to me. I'm so happy. Let's see. Travis, I'm so bummed and happy also. Let's see. You can check the arc without removing the shock if you use a ratchet strap over the subframe and down the swing. Yeah. So yeah, you can check it. You just pull it up and down. It's just, it's nice to have the shock out and just super, super easy. But so yeah, that's cool. I'm glad we're talking about chain slack. So it makes a huge difference as to where the sprocket is in the frame and all that. And but yeah, and I'm interested to know why on the PDS. I bet it has to do with the way they mount that motor in the frame. That changes where that sprocket is, which means you have to run more slack. Let's see, Matt Simpson, will 23 XCF plastic fit on a 24 XCFW? I think so. I'm pretty sure it will. Oh, Roger Hurd confirmed on the ATK, yeah. Grit Motorsports, what's happened to Samathy? That was a brutal race. It was a lot of fun weekend, though. Super fun hanging out with you guys and your family. Your parents are rad. That was super fun. Bruce Kennedy, did Weeby give you a participation trophy? That's awesome. They did not. They did step up to help out with Baja. It was not to like feeling bad for me crashing my brains out though. There's just because they are stupid awesome people. So yeah, Chris Burns, what's happening? Yeah, we had a lot of fun. Yeah. Oh man, I've never crashed so many times in my life. That's not true at all. Actually, I've crashed a lot in my life, but that was just, whew, that was a lot of them. So yeah, let's see. Baja update. Things are coming together. I gotta after I get through this death march and the next race with Weeby, I'm gonna have some time to yank the XR650 out of storage, which is at my house, and start working on that thing. I've got a new swing arm to put on it. Well, new to me. That's not chewed through from the chain. And then I got a wheel to build. Thank you, Mark Odette from Make Your Extreme. He gave me a hub. Need to talk to Travis about maybe a hoop and some spokes for that, so I can get that go. Dude named Eric. The team race went well. We had a lot of fun. I had some really fast laps in the team race. It was a lot of fun. And my first lap, I started the team race. It was brutally dusty and crazy and whatever, but the course hadn't completely deteriorated like it did later. But then the second lap, I had clean air and it was really fun. And Sam and Tyler rock and rolled and had a blast, so we had a good time. Let's see, Bruce. Let's see. They used a product that was called the Amp Link Void Chain Torque Effect on the system. Oh, there you go. Bryce Davis is talking about the ATK thing. How's my back feeling after the GJ Crash Fest? It was good, Carl. I feel fine. The only thing that really hurts, well, it didn't really hurt that bad anymore, but it did hurt, was I Charlie Horse my left thigh, and I put the bars into my gut right here, just below my chest protector. And Roger, yeah, I know, I crashed way more than you. See, the great, yeah, the team race was rough, dude. The whole thing, whatever. The race was tough. If you were out there, you knew it was brutal. Even if you're out front, like, so my kid Thomas, who's faster than crap, won the thing, his C race by a long way, and even he dealt with a ton of dust because he was out front, no dust for a while, right? And then he started catching lappers, and then it was just dust all the time. So it didn't matter. Like, it did not matter what you were doing. You're going to deal with dust, and it's going to suck. Carl, how do I say your last name, Carl? Is it Fickick or Fissick? That's an awesome last name. It's just cool to look at. It's Fick. It's awesome. Grit, no. I'm not riding tonight. I am getting ready for the death march. I got to go do a bunch of grocery shopping, get my van ready because I'm not taking the camper. So yeah, I'm out for the ride tonight, but I think people should ride tonight. So Grit, you should organize the ride tonight. That's Samothy J. Maholka is Grit Motorsports. By the way, guys, if you want to come out and ride with me, and you don't want to drive your happy butt all the way out here, and you just want to rent a bike, Grit Motorsports is the place to do that. They have 23-300 XCs. Oh, say Fix It. I like it. That's cool. That makes it an even cooler name. So yeah, fly out, drive out in a tiny little car, save money, whatever, and rent a bike from Grit. If you plan it with me long enough in advance, I'll even help get you to the trailhead and stuff. We'll have a go at it. It'd be fun. But yeah, Sam's got a couple 300 XCs to rent. Hopefully maybe more bikes in the future. It'd be awesome. Zach, have a great day, dude. Hope everything is awesome. What other questions do you guys have? I'm trying to think of any other big news with us. Nothing huge except for that we're just rock and rolling into the fall, man. Zach, this is Zach's last week here. He's gone after this. I don't think he's going to be at the Death March because he's stupid. Yeah, he's dumb. Anyway, it actually has nothing to do with his dumbness. It has to do with he and Leandra's cat is having trouble, and I think he's got a vet appointment tomorrow. So he may or may not be able to get up there to camp. I don't know. But, I'm sad that Zach is leaving he's not going forever. So, but it is going to be a bummer. It's going to be a lot of work. Grit, the going away party already happened. It happened on Sunday during the race. So, dude named Eric, how long is he supposed to be gone? Probably around 6 months is the amount. And then maybe a lot longer because he might have to go to Kuwait. He might get deployed, so we'll see. I don't know. I like people look at me and they're like, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" I'm like, dude, I've been doing this long enough. I started this thing by myself. I've been by myself before, so ain't no thing. Leandra will be here, which is good because I won't be by myself because that sucks. So yeah, Leo Rossi, Tom the Battle Axe, what's happening, man? Good to see you guys here. Man, this coffee is good today. So good. Let's see what else. So Wolf Vest, by the way, back in stock. I don't make any money if you go to wolfenduro.com, buy a Wolf Vest. It's do it. It's they're the best pack, period. Now, if you're a huge person, they don't quite fit, but like they fit well up to like, I mean, so I got friends in the 250, 300 pound range, and they seem to fit. West Eats, I know I need to clone Zach before he goes, but I got Richie, and it's gonna be good. John Barry coming in from Pittsburgh, man. That's awesome. My mom was born in Pittsburgh. And Tom, I will put the kids to work at some point. The problem is they're in school, and they will be working, and they're hard workers, dude. Both those boys have been really busting their ass. They don't work here much because they have other actual jobs where they get paid more. So, Roger Heard, we might have to do that. Brian Lee, I'm glad you love the gospel. I'm glad you're in here, man. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Whatever. It's all gonna work out. I'm not too worried about it. What is the most important tool set or first things you purchase for Highland Cycles? Common. That's a great question. That's a really good question. So, well, the most important set of tools, obviously, a good set of sockets and ratchets and a good set of wrenches. And I mean, that sounds trite. It sounds silly, but honestly, people don't do that. They buy cheap, crappy ones of those, and that is a terrible decision. If you're gonna spend money, real money on any tool, I seriously would do a couple good ratchets, like a 1/4 inch, a 3/8, and a half from Snap-on or Matco, sockets from those guys, and wrenches from those guys. It makes a big difference. After that, man, suspension stuff is big because I make a lot of money doing suspension, not only like custom suspension, but just actually probably make more money servicing suspension because people don't like doing it. They don't have the setup to do it. And it's bread and butter of a shop. So the renting out countershocks free. Yes, that is awesome. I love it. Nathan Ludy is the guy who owns Countershocks. He's going to rent out Countershocks for the Death March, 47 cents for the day. I love it, dude. I'm psyched, dude. Nate, it's going to be a burly thing. Roger Heard, T-handles, yes. Buy a set of T-handles. Those don't have to be fancy. And in fact, the T-handles are I don't think Snap-on, they don't even make them. So, the Tom Battle Axe, thank you. Screwdrivers, buy Snap-on or Matco screwdrivers, like good ones. Spend the freaking money, and you'll be stoked. Let's see. Yeah, and I would shout out from Digo City, Philippines. Right on, dude. Your name, I can't even say it. Giovanni Coy Remulta, dude. That is awesome. Thank you for coming in from the Philippines. My granddad spent time there in the war, so World War II. Hardest part of growing the business, Grit Motorsports. Hardest part of growing the business was keeping my head down and working even when everything was spun completely out of control and I didn't have any money. I thought I was going to go out of business the next day. Not giving up. And because growing it just happens organically. I like to do things more organically than like this viral thing that a lot of people try. Obviously, I'm on the internet and all that, but my YouTube channel has been an organic growth. I only gain 500 to 700 subscribers a month, right? And I think it's because those 500 to 700 subscribers stick around, right? And they like what I see and they watch the videos. That's why the views keep going up and things keep going well. Is I haven't tried to hit some viral home run that pulls a lot of people in quickly, because that usually brings the wrong people in. Not that they're the wrong people, but they are people not looking for my general content. So I try to get more people in on the schlogs, on the reviews, on my normal stuff, right? And not just crash reels like on that short. I mean, that's fun, and I do that. Obviously, it's good. But I'm not trying to hit that home run with that. So just hard work, Sam. Hard work. Don't give up, and just keep rocking and rolling. You'll be fine. Buy once, cry once is great. Motion Pro T handles, yeah. Smiley Hansen, I do. And Common, shout out from Michigan. I love it. Make sure your suspension is dialed. Smiley Hansen, agree 100%. Suspension, it can be life-saving. Always make sure it's good. And you're right, 100%. Flagstaff, Arizona, Michael James Daniels coming in. Dante, real torque wrenches. Oh, yeah, thank you. That's a good one. So, yeah, buy Snap-on torque wrenches. Don't, or Matco. What it sucks. They're so expensive. You don't have to buy the digital ones. Those are really nice. The clicker ones are just fine. You have to get them recalibrated every now and then and make sure they're all good. But like the digital ones, if you can afford it, are rad, and I really recommend them if you can spend the money. And they're so nice. Sandy Smith, have I ever tried flex bars? Yes, I have flex bars on my XR650 still. I had them on my other bikes, my small bikes, but when I found the Mako 360, I got rid of them. And that's not because flex bars are bad. It's not because the company sucks, because the company doesn't. They are awesome. Fast Company is rad. They're great people. We don't really have much of a relationship anymore because I don't use their bars. I support the Mako more, but I really, really, really like the folks at Fast Company. They're in Washington, Utah, which is just outside of St. George. And anyway, they're great parts. I just like the Mako way better. Leander doesn't get enough credit for covering the phone and front desk. What do you mean? She gets credit. I don't talk about it much, but she's awesome. She doesn't want to be on camera. That's for damn sure. She when I pull the camera out, man, like she like disappears. She doesn't want to be any part of it. But trust me, she gets a lot of credit. Everybody that knows me personally knows how much I appreciate her. Tom, I've spent more on tools than I want to know. But I won't have to buy them again. There you go, Tom. I agree. But also, all you guys comment and everybody's asking about tools. I think that's a really cool subject, by the way. The video series I'm going to start, it's probably going to be a couple weeks before I start it because I just got so much going. With using Tusk tools to build my home shop, I think it's going to be pretty cool because not everybody can afford Snap-on. I get it. But you're going to see the home shop I'm building. I already have a nice set of sockets and wrenches that are going in that. And then I'm going to be using Tusk stuff for kind of specialty things that don't get used every day, all day, and beat on. I think it's going to be really cool. So make sure you guys stay tuned. It's going to be fun. World War II Philippines also, brutal. My granddad was like on the island of Morotai. Guy from the Philippines, where's your name? Which is so cool. Giovanni Ramulta. Do you know where Morotai is? It's a very famous in my family. Fake berms are worse than fake news. I agree. 72-hour mark on this channel. Put my money towards good tools. P.S. Snap-on. 100% Brantley. What bike are you planning on racing for the Baja 1000? Steven Stanton. It's going to be a WR450 that we're racing. I'm taking my XR650 as a pre-runner. Grit, currently listening from the gym. How's the workout program going? It's going good so far right now. Just been a lot of time on the bicycle. I've got a plan for the race team next year. We're working with the FlexRec Functional Fitness here in town and Enduro Method on some stuff. So that's going to be pretty cool. We're going to have good stuff. Dave Brayman. Yeah, I saw that email with the top shot. I didn't get back to you on that. But I've thought about that. Actually, I talked to Lance, and he probably even has a Mako setup that would work for it. But the flex bars are fine. They work good on that bike. I don't worry about it. Brian Lee, I'm psyched you're here, man. See, West Dietz, adios, man. Have a good one. Vatos locos. I love it. Yeah. What other questions you guys have? We can run this, guys, a little bit long. Get it, Gary. What is going down? How are you today? I still have coffee left. I still have some time. Our dual beam torque wrenches. I'm guessing you're going to continue asking a question, Michael Webster. Okay. I don't really know much about those, Mike. I don't know much about dual beam. I've seen them. I know what they look like, but I don't know. So maybe someone else could come in and answer that question. And I think they work like on they got the two things and one flexes and it like, I don't know how they work. I've always just used clickers, or now all my torque wrenches are digital. So, and they're all snap-on. I have two. I have a 1/4 inch and a 3/8. That's the nice thing about dirt bikes. You don't need giant tools to work on. You don't need huge stuff. 3/8 is about all you need. That's not. I use my 1/2 inch stuff quite a bit on axles and things like that. Oh, Chad Dwyer, great question. Can you talk about the different gearing you've tried on the XC? Yes, I can. So I rode the bike stock for a little while, a couple hours, gearing wise, and honestly, stock gearing for most people doing most things, it was very, very good, even in some pretty hard stuff. It was really, really good, and I liked it. It was on the XC. It was it 1449 on mine. I think they've gone to a 48, and Roger Hurd, I know 56 watching. I was up. We got 92 thumbs up though. That's awesome. We're up. Obviously it goes up and down. So I like that gearing, and honestly, if I were on a budget, well, I am on a budget. I just fortunately get a lot of stuff for free. So if I didn't get stuff for free, I probably would have just left it because it was really good for most of the things, especially what the XC was built for. And then Zach, he's got the W. It came with it's like a 1445 or something like that. It's crazy. No, 1345. 1345. So the gearing's really not that different. The final gearing is a little bit different, but it's got a really small wheel on the back, and I like that because it stays out of the rocks. So that was pretty cool. But now I have a 13 front sprocket, and that'll stay on there. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna go back to a 14 unless I go desert racing, like real desert racing thing. So I like the 13 now because now I can go, if I wanted to put a 45 on there and get a little tiny little sprocket on there and keep it out of the rocks, that'd be cool. Or I can go up to what I have right now is a 52 on. Yeah, I think it is a 52. I've got a 50 and a 52 set up. And the 52 I like better for hard enduro because I can really just crawl through things, and the bike will just lug way, way, way down low, and it works good. And then honestly, it still goes plenty fast most of the time. Like he's pretty damn fast on top. But the 50 is better for more higher speed. I'll probably put the 50 back on here pretty soon because we're into desert season and it just works good. Michael James, where did I find the Sonic parts cleaner? Got it from Cree Works on Amazon. Well, they reached out. They gave it to me, and it's awesome. I love it. It's big. Did you find those extra thin, open-ended wrenches I recommend useful on the suspension work? Bruce Kennedy, yes, I did. Hold on. Zach and Leander are texting me. I have to answer because we're not. No, I'm not running. Oh, hang on. Asking if I'm running. Sorry, guys. Let's see. So those extra thin wrenches, they're nice. They're nice for a few very specific things in suspension work, but honestly, I'd already ground down some wrenches to make that work. I like those thin wrenches for other things though, and they're cheap, so I like having them. Get it, Gary. That is a Sherco behind me. I got to fix. It's a 22. The guy already stripped the water pump drain bolt out, so I got to fix that. Common cool. Best way to go about adjusting clickers and rear shock. Check out my suspension tuning video. It's just put in Highland Cycles, all one word, suspension tuning, and because it's too much to go into right now. Here, let's see. Doug W, what's happening? Chad, man, yeah, 1352 is good. That's low. And the W, by the way, and TE and TX and XC all have the same transmission now. Cycle Farm, what's happening? It's Steven Stanton. I'm having a carb TPI TBI dilemma. Not sure what to invest in when I buy a new dirt bike. Man, if you want performance, Steven, if you want like the absolute best performance, I really do think the TBI is doing it now. I think it's better than the carburetor. I like the electronic power valve. The fueling is incredible, especially with the TSP tune and head. It's really, really amazing. If you want really, 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 really good performance and reliability, get something with a carburetor. Tom Bean, have a good one, man. Cycle Farm, you still prefer Murphy soap over nitro gel? No. The reason is it just doesn't last as long. The nitro gel just lasts longer. I do like Murphy's. If you're going to change your tires a lot, it's fine. But if you go through any water or you don't change tires or mousses or lube mousses often, the Murphy's goes away too fast. Hey, Morgan, are you doing the Bull Gulch Enduro? No, I'm not, Ro. I got to be done racing for a while because I got the Baja 1000 is going to eat up all of my budget. Chad Dwyer, what temp did you set your fan to on the XC? Just bought the test fan. Stock stator, like 210, way high. Keep it from running too often. Do you think the super lube silicone-based product would be a good moose lube? Bruce Kennedy, I don't know, probably. If it's silicone-based, it's probably fine. The moose juice stuff is really good. He's a little expensive, but it works really good, and it comes in a nice big bottle. I like that a lot. Also, Moose Juice has, forgot about that. He just, anyway, he just called me yesterday to let me know he's going to support us for Baja, so that's awesome. Let's see, Tom's Battle Axe. I have a wrench for a set of forks that I ground down. What's even funnier is it's a 21 millimeter, but I didn't know I needed a 22, so now I have a ground down and bigger. Tom, I love it, dude. That is so what I would. That sounds like something I would do. Oh, it's so good. So good. Sil Glide is great for bibs. Chad Dwyer, I'm sure it's the same stuff. I mean, how many versions of silicone lube can there be, right? Tom, that is my favorite thing ever. Oh my gosh, it makes me so happy. My favorite thing is like you can't really see them, but like right there. That's a set of wrenches for suspension, and they're like Matco and Snap-on ground down wrenches. People are like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Well, whatever. They're nice wrenches." Now they just have grinder marks on them. Oh my gosh, Tom, that is the best. You win the internet today. So Bruce Kennedy, for my shop, Moose Juice needs to make a bucket size. They do, and that is what's on the way today. It's a gallon with a pump. I'm excited. Jared Reed Bales, what's happening, dude? Good to see you this weekend. Way to go racing, man. You're hauling ass. I've never had to split cases before, so do I need to pull the key way out first before I crank on it? The Woodruff key? Yeah, take that thing out. Take the Woodruff key out, mainly so you don't lose it. I'm guessing you're talking about on the left side, because some of these have a Woodruff key on the right side now. The Woodruff key on the right side has to come out because of the way it works. Anyway, the left side where the ignition is, that one doesn't have to come out, but what you don't want to do is lose it, because even if you buy a full bottom end kit or full wrench rabbit kit, whatever, or a new crank, it doesn't come with a stupid Woodruff key. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about that. That's the dumbest thing ever. We will have mounts for your 650 very soon. Right on, Countershocks. Oh, also Countershocks. I want to talk to you about that. Like, I don't know if there's going to be room on the WR that we are racing, but I talked to Travis and he'd be willing to try a Countershocks, but I just don't know if there's going to be room with all the electronics and crap on there. I know, obviously, I guess you could put it down low, huh? Wouldn't have to go up by the headlight. Anyway, we'll talk this weekend. Scott Phillips, what's happening, man? But I'd love to have one on the 650 for the pre-running, because pre-running I have. So guys, if you care, I'm going to be on the northern section of the race, because they're going to give me the night stuff, and we're starting at like 2 a.m. So obviously it's night then, but it goes in the morning all day, and then I'm going to get on the bike at night because I love riding at night and I like to go fast at night. So I will be up north. I don't know how far north. I don't know what the course looks like yet. In fact, I don't know. Does anyone know out there in internet world if they have released the actual map yet? I don't check every second. So, but yeah, anyway. What other questions you guys have? We'll do one more and then we'll go. Scott Schwager coming in from Surprise, Arizona. Is it still hotter than crap down there, Scott? I bet it is. It's got to be cooling off though. Jared, yeah, I used to be more of a beast. I'm trying to get back to that. 48 years old. Well, soon to be 48 years old. Happy birthday to me, guys. This is my birth month. So I'm going to celebrate that. I'm going to celebrate it with you guys, celebrate it everywhere. 14th is my actual birthday. I'll be 48 years old. And, yeah, I'm actually feeling really good. I had a horrible race on Sunday, but in general, I feel really good on the bike and stronger and all that good stuff. By 50 is going to be the new 30, guys. I'm stoked. Like, honestly, if you're a young kid out there and you're worried about getting old and getting all this, dude, I'm telling you right now, I am faster and way more emotionally settled and happier than I ever was as a young person. So it's awesome. Sandy Smith, I'm working on getting the shift drum out. Take the keyway out, you'll be good. James Narkiel, thank you very much. Matthew Coolidge, thank you. 60 in Prescott. Ooh, nice, Roger. That's good. Herlo, we don't need an extra rider right now, unfortunately. Countershocks. Yes, there will be 2 fuel stops on the Death March. Jared, I love how your video shows the ups and downs because it's the truth. We all struggle and it motivates others to see guys like yourself have problems once in a while. Hey, thanks, man. Sandy Smith, I am just a kid. I agree 100%. I 100% agree. I am just a kid. I'm just getting started with this whole thing. Definitely with the whole internet, YouTube, and all that stuff. I'm just getting started there. I'm getting started with my motorcycling. Just getting faster and better, and so it's awesome. Get it, Gary. Dude, honestly, life at 21 sucks. Maybe physically you're doing great, but man, oh man, I wouldn't wish freaking 21 on anyone anymore. Yeah. Dante, 40 was still pretty fast. Slow. Yeah, at 60, that's cool. I'm down to slow down at 60. That's cool. Just not going to stop. There's my mama. I love you, Mom. Let's see, 21-year-old. Let's see. Right now, a pleasant 73 degrees in my backyard. Just turned 66. So, right on, Scott. I love it. Yeah, one of my favorite people at the Weeby races is Jerry Ryan. I don't know if he's 70 yet. He might be mid-70s. I don't know. Jerry's an old man, and he's out there racing, having fun. He's at every race, even if he's not racing. He's like, I think he's out right now because he got injured and he's taking a little time off, but he's still there, and it's awesome. I just love it. Tony Andrews, what's happening? Yeah. After knowing my parents, who are, how old are you parents? Are you 76 yet? No, you're 75. No, you might be 76. Anyway, how old are you, Mom? I can't remember. You're born in 48. Do that math real fast. 75. So anyway, they're rad. They're still kicking ass. So between them and then all the people at the races that I see that are older and hauling, like, dude, I'm stoked to get older. It means you can say more things that you feel and not worry about what people think. Steve Stanton, thank you so much. That means a lot. Brian Lee, come from the Jersey Shore. Right on. Well, guys, I got a boogie. It is now 8:20. Thank you guys so much. We had so many people watching, so many thumbs up, so many awesome things. If you're new here watching this stuff, make sure you subscribe or think about it. At least, give us a shot. Give us a thumbs up. Tell a friend about us. We're trying to grow this thing into some giant, massive thing where we spread the gospel to two wheels, which, yes, does include Jesus Christ and dirt bikes, because he helped make them. And I think that with those two things on your side, you can literally do anything in the world. Yeah, I love you guys so much. I hope you get out and spread the gospel of two wheels. And I desperately hope that what we are doing. Actually, back up. Punk Rock Club, I love you. MJ, what's happening? Thank you so much. I'm so stoked. Punk Rock Club, I like you more than everyone else. You guys are my favorite. Yeah, I love you. Get out, spread the gospel of two wheels. And as always, I hope that what we're doing is inspiring you guys to work on, but way more importantly, get out and ride your dirt bikes.